in this feast of the Holy Family, let us try to learn some fundamental core values that will guide us, that will teach us on how to strengthen our family life. It's good to see that you are seated with your family members. It's inspiring for me as your bishop and for priests to see families sitting together during the celebration of the Mass. First point, the Gospel tells us that Jesus was brought by Mary and Joseph to the temple for a religious event. And therefore, the family of Jesus, Mary and Joseph, is a devout family. A family that is religious. A family that worships God. The first teachers of children are not the catechist. It is the parents. The parents are the first teachers of the faith. The parents are entrusted with a very important task to teach their children about Jesus, about prayers, and for children to grow in that kind of virtue. There is an important thing that the family has to do. They have to create an atmosphere of prayer. How? By putting up or creating an altar, by placing religious images, a Bible, anything that will remind us of God. Maybe for us who are gathered here and those who are joining us online, let us ask ourselves, when we go back to our houses, can we see signs of God's presence? The saints, images, religious images, the Bible. Do we encourage members of the family to read the Bible every day, even just a verse or a chapter every day? Parents, please encourage your children to be close to God, to grow in prayer, not just to grow in knowledge through the educational attainment that they have, but to grow in wisdom, to grow in grace. The second thing is, after they have gone to the temple and fulfilled their religious obligation, they went home. And we were told that Jesus grew as a strong person. A strong person. What makes a person strong? A child is strong. A child grows in strength if the child is trained with discipline, with hard work, with the work that is appropriate at their age. Kanang makaya lang nila. At times we think, and this is a cognitive distortion. At times we think that to show our love, to show your love to your children, you have to spare them from house chores, from responsibilities. No. You have to train them to gradually become responsible by doing some house chores. Makamao silang manglimpyo sa balay, makamaong mamilo sa ilang gihigdaan, makamaong mo set up sa table kung dunay pagkaon nga andamon. These are very simple things, but this will train your children to be responsible. Jesus could not persevere carrying the cross from Jerusalem to Calvary if he was not trained by Joseph to do carpentry, to carry heavy things. He became strong as a man because he was trained how to work. Train your children hard to work, and you will never worry whether they can stand on their own when you are far from them. It will give you a sense of confidence that they will be fine even if you are not on their side. The last thing that I want to share with you about family life is a product of an 80 years running research conducted by Harvard University that focuses just on one question. The question that was the concern of this, I think, longest research ever done. The question is, what makes a happy life? What will make a person truly happy and live a very meaningful and fulfilled life? The study began in 1938 and continues until now. It involved initially with 724 men, and there were two groups of men who were involved in this study, in this research. The first group is from Harvard College sophomores and boys from the poorest neighborhoods in Boston. Some of the important persons who were part of this study is John F. Kennedy, the president, one of the presidents of the US. Ben Bradley, the former executive editor of Washington Post. Robert Vaillant, a psychiatrist and one of the key researchers involved in this study. After 80 years of study and research, asking this question, what makes a person truly happy? What makes a person live a meaningful and fulfilled life? They discovered that it is not popularity. It is not material things. It is not power that makes a good and happy life. They discovered that what makes a happy and meaningful life is good relationships. Good relationships. And the first locus and training ground of a good relationship is the family. The family is the first school of love. The first school of forgiveness, of understanding, of affection. The family, especially for Filipinos, is everything for us with God. And what is the proof of this? When there are problems in the family, it affects everyone. Everyone is affected. When someone is sick, it is not the sick person, the sick member who is affected. Everyone suffers. Everyone is affected. We sell properties. We borrow money. We are willing to go bankrupt to save one member of the family who is sick. We are willing to sacrifice our sleep to take care of a loved, of a beloved, of a member of the family who is confined at the hospital or just lying in his bed at home. We spend money to travel, to come home, and to have reunions during Christmas, during anniversaries, during important events. The family is important than our money, than our time. When somebody dies, we leave our work. We spend a lot just to come home and to say goodbye to the person we love for the last time. I arrived at 2 o'clock early morning this morning today because I went home and visited my family. I don't have a mother and a father anymore, but I still have brothers and sisters ug mga pag-umangkon, mga apo. I also visited close family friends. I visited a family whose mother just died yesterday. I attended our alumni homecoming. We were 40 years already after our high school graduation. And it was a meaningful celebration, a gathering of a bigger and wider family. The family is very important to us. Jesus passes through a family. The family is very sacred. Let us try to build up our families, a family, so that our families will become a family that is close to Jesus, to Mary, and to Joseph. We cannot deny that in our families, we have our wounds, we have our pains, we have our hurts. But it is in this very same family that the wounds will be healed through forgiveness, through love, through affection, through understanding. And this is what makes a family holy, close to God, with all our wounds, with all our failures, with all our pains, with all our troubles. When we evacuated, when there was a tsunami alert, and during the tropical storm, we were only holding the hands of our family members, because according to the 80-year-old research, what makes life meaningful and happy is a good relationship. And a good relationship can only be experienced primarily in our homes, in our families. Let us ask Jesus to bless our families so that our families will become like a holy family, the holy family of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Amen.